Hey, Dr. Choi. This is group one, consisting of Beatrice, myself, Anthony, Dom, and Michael, who is unable to join us due to time conflict. He actually has a final exam, and the show has to just kind of go on. But he's an integral member of this team, and he's really immensely contributed to this whole project. So without further ado, we examined the topic young adult mental health without social media. And for the abstract, this paper looks at several scholarly articles to help determine how the mental health amongst young adults is affected by their use of social media. Social media has become a daily usage for our generation that we want to question its impact on our self-esteem, social behavior, and overall mental fortitude. This idea behind this survey was inspired by methods taught to us by Dr. Choi in COMM 2490. And for this purpose, we developed this hypothesis, which says the more time young students spend on social media, the less likely they are to suffer mental illnesses like depression and anxiety. So I'll leave the stage for my colleague Anthony to take over now. Oh, I'm sorry. Keywords. We have social media, young adults, mental health, and psychology.
Right. So we're looking at this data, and we've basically broken down into three categories: what we know, key concepts for study, and the purpose of the study. We know that a decent amount of knowledge and information our group has on this topics comes from personal experience. You know, it's generated from our own experience. Obviously, we're on social media a lot. We're all college students. It's something that we use a lot, so we know this stuff from personal experience. All four members within this group conclude that they believe their time on social media has been an overall positive experience. The key concepts for study: we understand concepts like this, like the importance of self-esteem, social behavior, online and offline, human communication, time away from media, and more are all essential for understanding the study. You need to understand that going into, what happens on social media and your mood coming off of social media is very crucial to getting the purpose of the study. And the purpose of the study is to promote the use of social media among young adults and to argue against the idea that online media hurts psychological well-being. You hear a lot of times that online, you say you got to take some time off social media. You got to detox from social media is a popular word. And we argue that no, you don't have to. It's actually a positive experience to be on social media, and it's a big part of our lives today. So we did dive into a lot of different literature reviews. First one, Lorenzo Vargas, that is a social media detox. The exact name of the article is Social Media Intoxication, Time for a Detox, which promotes the idea of a 30-day detox on social media to, I guess, clear your brain, feel like you're not as dependent on social media, and basically argues for the case that you shouldn't be on social media as much as we are as students. Jessica Troilo and Bob Britton wrote Facebook Use and Maintaining Close Friendship and Acquaintances. Berryman and Ferguson, Social Media Use and Mental Health Among Young Adults. Quintero and everyone else from 2017, Recalling Information via Social Media. Brunskill from 2014 talks about potential negative concepts involving social media. Rideout and Fox from 2018 talk about getting mental health help via social media, which is a big way to, everyone talks about how negative social media can be and how it can affect your mental health, but you can actually get mental health help from social media itself. Stressful life events and social media, and then finally Lynn from 2016 talks about measuring mental health and how to calculate it. The methods we used, we kind of went into a different, well, not a different method, but a method that might be uncommon for some. It was used based on, I believe, based on what Jessica Troilo and Bob Britton did. We decided that the age range of a young adult is anywhere between 18 and 14, which is really, the general age range for university students, which is mainly who we studied. There were the occasional high school students that got thrown in there, late high school students like juniors, seniors in high school, like that. Most of them were college students, though. But in order to have variation of gender, race, ethnicity, we distribute our survey not only to William Patterson University students, but to many other young adults, mostly enrolled in college through the means of, believe it or not, social media. So we took the survey link, put it on our Snapchats, put it on our Instagram accounts, and had our followers and our friends take it. And that was a great way that we, I guess, got diversity in this. The procedure, since this research had no funding and a decently short time frame, our group had to use the convenient sampling method to gather participants, which means we didn't really have time to, guys, pick out participants, circle them, contact them. We basically just had to get any participants which we could, and that was through social media. Using convenient sampling saved us a lot of time, as you're going to see, and as you can imagine, which was an increasingly big issue for our research, because there were times where we didn't know if we had enough time to distribute the survey, get the survey information back, how people would react to the survey, and that was a little bit of an issue, but I think we battled through that pretty well. And now I'm going to hand it off to my colleague, Dom, who's going to take the reins from here.
Okay, so for the results for our paper, we decided to use the survey. We tested our hypothesis by surveying selected participants. We sent the survey to about 50 to 85 people we classify as young adults. These participants were also chosen on the basis of convenience sampling. The survey was meant to have the participants answer all variables we found essential for research. The participants' feeling on their own mental health, social behavior, self-esteem, and time with and without social media were all recorded by them, answering with an interval scale from 1 to 5. These are some issues that we had. Our major problem was time constraint. We originally planned to deliver 2 surveys instead of 1. The first study would have recorded the participants' overall mental health, social behavior, and time spent on social media, and the second without, but with the time, instead, we had to record our participants through only 1 survey and try to calculate how they would feel not using social media without providing them the time to take a break from it. So results in summary, 84.2% of participants said they use social media to connect with close friends. 31.6% said that their mood would not be affected without having social media, and 26.3% even said their mood would be somewhat negatively affected without having social media. Our data suggests that social media is seen as a neutral or positive thing for a majority of our participants. We hope our study encourages the idea that social media is an overall positive experience for young adults, and that social media should not be viewed as a danger to future research or further research on the positive impact social media has on its users should be studied to a broader population, like the elderly, children, etc.
So I think that's about it. And
yep, that's it.
With this, we'll come to the end of the research. I don't know if anybody has anything they want to add.
Well,
That's
yeah,
it.
no, we, obviously we appreciate, the time that people took to view this, and we hope this, I guess, influences your thinking of how you look at social media today.
Yeah, grateful for the experience as well.